This is another tip in regards to your painting studio, and that has to do with lighting. I have a lot of opinions about lighting, but I just wanted to make a quick video about this one kind of lighting that everybody uses that I'm really familiar with, and that is this 8.5-inch clamp lamp. Sort of a very inexpensive aluminum lamp that you can clamp onto things, and it has like a ball joint so you can pivot it and point it in different directions. And these things really are frustrating. They're very frustrating to use in the store. They're very inexpensive, so people think, oh, I'll get that. That'll work just fine. I can point it wherever I want. But after a very short period of time, the tension on this wing nut here, basically the little clamping mechanism gets bent, and it no longer clamps as well as it should, and it falls really freely. These things can get kind of twisted up, and they can open up in weird ways that are annoying to put back together. This part here can pivot in an annoying way, and this rim part very rarely, it's threaded, but it very rarely stays on to the unit there. You can see that it's threaded there, but very rarely does it work well at all. I find I have to work with these things all the time, and I find them endlessly frustrating. So what I do is this. Every time I get one, and I have tons of them, I just take some super glue, and I just any old kind of super glue really, and I put a nice amount on this thread right here, and if it gets on the this sort of Y-shaped metal piece, if it gets on that and holds it in place, all the better. So I put it on there, I thread it up, I let it sit overnight or something like that, and then it's a lot easier to use. You don't have to worry about this thing falling off. It's gonna fall off eventually. The thread doesn't hold for very long and it falls off. And here's an example of one that I did that to it, and it's so much better. It's so much easier to use. So if you are going to use these clamp lamps, and almost everybody does because they're so inexpensive, I recommend putting some super glue on there, and they'll work much better for you.